Freedom and Citizenship is a free philosophy and civic leadership program at Columbia University. It begins in July with an intensive summer seminar taught by some of the top humanities professors in the country.
A typical day in an FNC seminar would be something like first you would have a 2-hour session with Professor Montas or Professor Padilla, both of which are exquisite teachers from Columbia and Princeton respectively.
And the professors usually answer all of our questions, and then also they challenge us to answer their questions.
I liked how they simply facilitated the discussion with questions and clarified some parts of the text that let us come to our own conclusions and shape our own ideas.
Every day in that class is a highlight.
Everybody just brought on their A game, just talking about race, talking about white privilege, just talking about things that you wouldn't really expect from a group of juniors.
You're able to express yourself more in that program.
I'm not there to just tell you a bunch of facts and a bunch of information about these texts to kind of pour into you stuff that lives in my head. What I'm there to do is to have a conversation with you. So the class is actually made up of not just the text that we read, but what you think about the text that we read. The point of the class is to engage in a kind of exploration, a kind of deep dive into issues that the text bring up, but issues that we all experience. Things, like what's fair, what is just, what's the nature of human beings? Why are politics the way they are? What are my rights? What does it even mean to have a right?
The texts we read were written by some of the most influential philosophers in the Western tradition, from ancient Greece to the European Enlightenment and contemporary America.
Syllabus is a big sweep from all those old philosophers like Plato and Aristotle to 17th century and 18th century philosophers like Hobbes and Locke, to more contemporary stuff like Martin Luther King and Barack Obama. Those ideas ended up shaping the world in which we live. So if we're going to understand this world, if we're going to act effectively on this world, then understanding those texts, understanding the evolution of our contemporary world is crucial. It's so important.
We tend to think of Plato as always right. And I came into that mindset thinking that he's a philosopher. He's one of the great Greek philosophers. So I always thought that he had to be right because he's the god of all Western philosophy. But then, my professor, he really told me to think and try to have dissenting views with his, and that was hard to do.
It can look hard if you see the syllabus and you think of the amounts of hours that go into it every day, but it actually passes by really fast because you're reading such interesting texts and you're really putting work into understanding them. And also the TAs really help you with it, so it's not too difficult. And whenever you are challenged or you're stuck somewhere, they're always there to help and provide support.
There's no right or wrong answers. When you're curious about other things that you don't know, it just shows that you're learning.
After each morning seminar, students set to work reading the next night's text and writing about it with the help of an undergraduate teaching assistant, or TA.
Our TAs are all students at Columbia University, typically juniors or seniors. They provide continuing support throughout the summer seminar and the academic semester.
Whenever I had questions about a reading, I could just text one TA on Slack and be like, hey, I don't understand this. Can you please explain it? And they were gladly able to explain anything I needed. They will give me suggestions on my writing. And I think that really improved my writing too.
The Freedom and Citizenship program continues into the academic year, and your TA stays with you, helping you with your college applications.
So every other week, you meet with a TA, and they really help you navigate through the college process. If you have any questions about, let's say, your college list, an essay. For example, I know my mentor, Ali, and I went through my Common App essay. He really helped me come up with a good essay.
I started doing my college essay, and I will not forget this. My first draft was, I think, 301 words. And I was just half of the limit. I gave it to Andrew. He did some feedbacks, and then with his feedbacks and his advice, I went from 300 to 700. So I went over the limit, and it was pretty good because I didn't realize the potential I had with my topic. He helped me find my potential.
There are also weekly college office hours where we can get help. And finally, we'll also get recommendation letters from the professor of the summer seminar, which we were able to send to all the colleges we applied to.
During the academic year, FNC students work on civic leadership projects in small groups. You'll meet twice a month with your TA to research a topic that you care most about and advocate for its change.
It's really amazing how my group was able to brainstorm so many possible topics for our civic project, and ultimately we were able to reach consensus.
And we are also given the opportunity to do our own research, which is so amazing. We get to feel like we are part of the actual project. We are the one doing the work.
So FNC is not only like a summer program, but it extends all year long, and the friends you make, I would say, are lifelong friends.
Applications are open now with rolling admissions. We encourage you to learn more about the program and apply online at freedomandcitizenship.columbia.edu.
If you like philosophy, civics, debating, having fun, meeting new people, and being challenged.
If you're interested in political philosophy and civic engagement, and if you want a breakthrough experience that advances your capabilities and horizons.
If you are interested in waking up, if you are interested in walking around with insight and understanding of the world in which we live.
If you're willing to put in work, if you're willing to find like more satisfaction by yourself.
If you want an Ivy League college experience, then do not hesitate to apply to Freedom and Citizenship.
When you yourself sit back at the end of the program and look at what you yourself have done, you, your friends, your college admissions people are going to be impressed, because what you will do is something impressive and of the highest kind of rigor and substance.
Every single day of the summer program was a highlight. Apply now, you will not regret it.